Time flew by and the CONCACAF World Cup qualifying is coming to an end. With 3 matches left to play, the first nation we'll be facing is Mexico. Hi, if you're new here, I'm Filippo, and welcome to TMTV, and welcome to another match preview. For this preview, we're going to be going through any news and updates that we must talk about, where you can watch the game, the time, the location, the past games in 2021, and much more. But this is a very special preview, and I'll tell you why it's a special preview. It's due to the 2 guests that we will have here to represent El Tri. And yes, by El Tri I do mean the Mexican national team. I will have the help of Javi from El Tri Universo on Twitter, a friend of the channel that has been here before, and he will be returning. I put his handles and link on the description. But nonetheless to say, I will also be counting with the help of Julio from Jovenes, Futbolistas, Mexicanos, a very popular Mexican YouTube channel. I also put his link on the description. And hey, whether you're a USMNT or an El Tri fan, I will also have the interview with Obed Vargas coming out this week before the game, the Mexican-American 16-year-old that has been playing pretty well, very well, for the Seattle Sounders. And of course, yes, we will be doing a live watch-along for the game on Thursday. With that said, I'm talking a little bit too much. Let's play the intro and let's start this preview. The United States is set to face Mexico this Thursday, March 24th at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. The match will be played at the legendary stadium Estadio Azteca in Mexico City for the 12th round of the CONCACAF World Cup qualifying. If you're in the United States, you may watch this match at Paramount Plus, TUDN, or Univision. You may also watch it on CBS Sports Network with Grant Wall. Yeah, I would probably avoid that. Now, in recent history, looking back in 2021, the United States did defeat Mexico 3 times in a row in competitive matches. First, we defeated Mexico 3-2 in Nations League final, an exciting game with Pulisic coming in clutch and Ethan Horvath as the unexpected hero we needed but not the one we deserved. Now, to be fair, I was almost finished during that game when Linus scored. Yeah, not gonna lie, I thought my entire US men's national team YouTube career would end right there after Linus scored with the Tim Ream tax. But lucky for us, Weston McKennie, Christian Pulisic, and Ethan Horvath saved my career. After defeating Mexico in the Nations League final, we went on to defeat them once again in 2021, this time for the Gold Cup final. And this was an unexpected win. Even though we did get a 1-0 win at extra time with a header from Miles Robinson assisted by Kelnickost on a set piece, this wasn't really a win we expected. And let me tell you why. So the reason this wasn't very much of an expected win was because the United States sent somewhat of a B/C team, while Mexico, they did not have all their main guys, but they at least had some key players present. Mexico was the stronger side on paper. That's what I'm trying to say. With that said, we got the second win, the second trophy over Mexico, and then we went on to face them in World Cup qualifying towards the end of 2021. And the first 2 games, at least the ones in the finals, we were kind of dominated, or at least Mexico was the better side throughout the match. But the last game of 2021 was different. So far, the 2 wins that I mentioned, Mexico were the better side, but we found a way to win. However, as I said, towards the end, the 2-0 was back. Not just that, that was the first win we got against Mexico in 2021, to which I personally thought we were the better team by defeating Mexico 2-0 in Cincinnati for World Cup qualifying. So yeah, we defeated Mexico 3 times total. 2 of them, Mexico were the better side, but we found a way to win. 1 of them, we were dominant. But this time, this game specifically that I'm talking about and doing the preview today is different. These 3 wins came in the United States. And if you've been following the U.S. men's national team the past few months, or especially in World Cup qualifying, you know when we play at home, it's a pretty big deal and a big difference of the level of play and accomplishments we've had when we play on the road. To put this into perspective, this is our home record for World Cup qualifying so far. In 6 games at home, we won 5 games and we had 1 draw, so we're undefeated. Now, when you look at our away record, in 5 games, we got 1 win. That was against Honduras, that pretty much loses to everyone at this point. We got 2 draws, and then we had 2 losses. You also add to the fact that we've never beaten Mexico in World Cup qualifying away. Now, listen, I'm not trying to be pessimistic about this game because you never know. There's a first time for everything. I'm just trying to be realistic and put it into perspective of why it's different from the 3 games we won in 2021. Okay, let's go through a quick update on the United States' current situation, and then we're going to bring in Julio and Javi to talk about El3, and we'll have a little fun debate among ourselves. So one key update for the United States is Tyler Adams is on a yellow, so I don't know if that'll affect whether he'll start or not for this match. It depends on what Greg Berhalter's planning on for the other two games against Panama and Costa Rica. Now, Weston McKennie, one of our best players for our World Cup qualifying, if not the best, is out. Obviously, he's injured, broke his foot. Serginho Dest is also out with a hamstring injury, and we do have Brendan Aronson out with an MCL injury. So he will be out for 2 to 4 weeks, and he will not be a part of the U.S. men's national team camp. So that's another player that the United States will be missing. So those are the main updates I wanted to talk about the U.S. men's national team, along with us not having Chris Richards and a couple players that were snubbed, such as John Brooks and Joe Scally. But with that said, everyone, let's play the ad of our sponsor, NordVPN, and then bring in Javi and Julio to talk about Il3. And we're going to try to give our prediction for the match and the predicted starting 11, along with all the updates we need to know about Mexico. So now, let's hear it from our sponsor. Tired of having big tech collecting all your data and spy on you? Well, our sponsor might have the solution to that. NordVPN is the world's best VPN service, offering fast connectivity, most servers, and next-generation encryption to make sure that everything you do online stays secure. Plus, you can use NordVPN on all your computer and devices, no matter the operating system. With NordVPN's unlimited bandwidth, you never have to worry about a slow connection either. And plans start at under $4 per month. So grab your exclusive NordVPN deal right now by going to nordvpn.com/Bleav. That is Bleav as in BLEAV. Use the code for 70% off on your NordVPN plan, plus an additional free month. It's also risk-free with NordVPN's 30-day money-back guarantee. So again, thank you NordVPN for sponsoring the channel. Okay, before we bring in Javi and Julio, I know we played the ad and I know I said they were coming in, but hold on, there's one update. Throughout the video with Javi and Julio, we do mention that Hector Herrera is suspended for the USMNT versus Mexico match. But Julio, throughout the video, you'll see he says that he is not. And then we get into a little bit of an argument, which we assume Hector Herrera is suspended. But we just got reports out in the confirmation that Hector Herrera is not suspended and he is available to face the United States this Thursday. All right, now let's bring in Julio and Javi to talk about Mexico. All right, so the first thing I want to say before we start this episode is I took off the United States background just as a way to show respect because we mistreated Mexico very much last year in 2020. Including myself with my L3 t-shirt right here.
I know you've been tweeting a lot about us.
You've been tweeting a lot about us too, but look, everyone. Let's start. I'm going to start introducing Julio because Javi people already know about, but we're going to get to him too. Julio's from Jovenes, Futbolistas, Mexicanos. Hopefully my Spanish was good. Julio, welcome, and how are you doing?
Doing great. Finally, I'm here talking to you.
But one thing is, you're in hostile territory right now. That's just a heads up, okay? It's my home right here.
Why?
But you'll find out very soon.
Are you going to put me in the spot today?
You'll see. Javi already experienced this before. But Javi, how you doing? Welcome back.
Yes, I'm good. Happy to be here, ready to talk some soccer and see what goes on.
By the way,
I'm excited to see Julio in this element.
You're gonna be in the game, right, Javi?
Yeah. I'll be at the Azteca for this game. I think it's the first time. This is not my first time seeing Mexico versus USA live, but it is my first time seeing it in El Azteca.
Now, right here, I'm going to throw on screen here the roster of Mexico. So I'm going to tell you the first thing I noticed. Obviously, Guardado's out. That's a big player for Mexico, despite being past his prime, in my opinion. He's still an important player. And then we have all the other players here that we can go through briefly. But the first thing I want to ask you guys, any other updates? Hector Herrera is out, also suspended. Were there any other roster changes in regards to the ones shown right now?
Yeah, they added Piojo Alvarado, Acevedo.
Carlos Acevedo. So
Carlos Acevedo, yeah.
Orozco got injured in the game. What game? In the Tijuana game. This last match week in the Liga MX. So he got dropped, and Carlos Acevedo from Santos got called up, which is something a lot of fans have been asking for. You know, it's kind of like a divided thing. And then Rodolfo Pizarro got injured in the Clásico Regio in Monterrey Tigres, and now he's being replaced by Piojo Alvarado from Chivas.
Okay, so then the current roster right now, Orozco got dropped, and you guys got Acevedo right now. You got Cota from Club Leon, Memo Ochoa from Club America, and Talavera are the goalkeepers. Should we expect Memo Ochoa to still be the starting goalkeeper?
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
Now,
Best
this
best
is
goal in Mexico right now.
And now let me get your thoughts from you guys here. So Chaka Rodriguez is not in this roster. You have Julian Araujo and Jorge Sanchez. Was Chaka just cut or is he injured?
He was just caught.
He was just
Like,
cut. But
I don't think he's doing that good right now. Is he in the bench right now for Tigres?
yeah, he hasn't played. He hasn't been playing as much.
So that probably makes Mexico stronger, in my opinion. He wasn't good for Mexico either for L3.
No, horrible. But it makes it stronger. But I think the right back spot is something that I've actually been contemplating, especially because Araujo is personally one of my favorite players, but he's not in the greatest form right now.
No.
He's dropped two back-to-back games with questionable performances against Seattle, and then this loss at home against Orlando. Um, and Jorge Sanchez also comes in really bad form. He's being criticized a lot at America for his lack of offensive capabilities, and Araujo for his lack of defensive capabilities. So it's interesting. It's we hope that both of them pick up form for this game. But if you're gonna be going against Christian Pulisic, you need to be in good form. And our two right backs right now, I wouldn't say are in their best form.
That's
Uh,
you thinking Greg Berhalter will actually play Pulisic, right? I wouldn't be surprised if he puts Jordan Morris or Paul Riola, but yeah.
yeah.
One question to you guys as well. So Hector Herrera will be out. We're gonna get to the predicted starting 11. How much does that impact L3 not having Hector Herrera? You already lost Guardado, so you lost two of your most experienced players in the field, right? Outside of Memo Ochoa. Well, actually, the center backs are experienced as well. How
Yeah.
much do you think it impacts Hector Herrera? Does Mexico even benefit from this, from possibly having a younger midfield with more stamina, more youth? Would that benefit or not against the United States?
I think it's gonna benefit us because Hector and Chaco
Guardado.
Rodriguez, they're old, slow, and we going against a U.S. team that's young and fast. So I think we're gonna do better without them. The only thing that I'm afraid of is that we don't have like Rafa Marquez kind of player, which was Hector Moreno in this team. I think that's what's gonna affect a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, as far as the midfield goes, ideally I would have put Herrera in this game just because of his great run of form with Atletico Madrid. Um, I would have put him in alongside Edson and Charlie. Now, unrealistically, Eric Gutierrez would be a great replacement for Hector Herrera right now, but I'm not sure if Martino's going to be willing to start him. I mean, he has no minutes in World Cup qualifying so far.
But we haven't finished talking about the defense, bro. What you mean?
Oh, we were talking about midfield right now.
We're talking about defense or no, or midfield?
Oh no, we're gonna get to defense very soon when I talk about the whole starting 11. This question was more directed towards the midfield
Oh,
because of the implications of losing Hector Herrera, right? I
And
know the United States lost someone like Weston, and we know how much that's gonna hurt the United States. And then you have Hector Herrera that has been starting for Atletico lately, despite him coming to MLS. And I was just wondering your thoughts on that. Now, the rest of the team, obviously, Lozano, Tecatito, Raul Jimenez, we know the firepower Mexico has of the front three and even the options with my boy Diego Lainez right there. Hopefully he doesn't score. Now, I want to ask you to get a perspective from someone that is, well, I know you're half Mexican, Javier. Well, both are, right? Live in the United States too, but more of someone that has more ties to Mexico about the importance of this game. And I'll let Javier talk first. You guys lost to us 3 times in 2021, and yes, that is a reminder that we won 3 times. But anyhow, winning this one for Mexico could put a bad taste on those 3 games because all of a sudden we could start to question: did the U.S. only win because it was at home? Did we only get lucky? Which we might find out now, right? If Mexico comes there and completely dominates the U.S., they're like, okay, maybe it's because the home factor was pretty big. So, Javi, first you, in Mexico overall, is there a lot of pressure towards them performing this game, or they're just facing it as just another World Cup qualifying game? The goal is to make it to Qatar, or this is a special game?
no, that this is that it's like unsurmountable pressure. Yeah, I mean, I'm not. I'm sure. around USMNT Twitter. There was a circulating the front pages of sports magazines in Mexico. We called ourselves the U.S. Sons. I mean, we're nuestros hijos. I mean, like nuestros papás. Like, so we're the sons of the U.S. men's national team, and so Tata Martino had the chance to make a statement. He's had a chance to make the statement 3 times now against USMNT and twice against Canada. He's had 5 games to.
But I don't think we gotta blame Tata Martino. I think we put a lot of pressure on Tata Martino, a lot of the blame on Tata Martino, which is not the right way to go about it. Because I mean, the players that we have, I mean, who else do you have in the midfield besides Hector Herrera, Son Alvarez, Guardado? Nobody. So I think it's mostly the players' fault. Because when the players were playing good, nobody was complaining about Tata Martino, right? So no, what we changed now? What changed? The players or Tata Martino?
Well, I mean, it's easy for it's just the thing about soccer. It's a volatile sport. I mean, a team could be in form, and then something like COVID happens, and then you get into this horrible run of form, and you're like, what's going on? But going back to Filippo's question, though, I think there is like a lot of pressure, like from the fans. Regardless of that pressure falls onto Martino or the players, there's all the pressure in the world is on them right now. They have to perform on Thursday.
Julio, do you agree with that? The part of the pressure?
Definitely a lot of pressure. Because I mean, it's been 3 games. So we gotta win this one. Like we got this saying, "El Azteca se respeta," which means you gotta respect the Azteca. So definitely we gotta get a good result. Like we have to win. There's no question about it.
Based on what you both just said, it kind of backs what I was saying. I think it was on Twitter or one of the live streams of how I wanted the United States to approach this game. I kind of want the United States to play defensive. Because I think the longer the game goes with a 0-0, the more frustrated and more pressure falls into Mexico. And also not having Guardado, Hector Herrera, the veterans right there, some of these younger guys could feel the pressure. But then I was also saying the counterpoint was if Mexico gets an early goal, then they might just roll over us. It could be like a 3-0 win, easy win. But every single second that goes by and it's 0-0, I can see that pressure just mounting and piling up. And eventually that could lead to Mexico getting a late loss against the United States, just like Nations League, just like Gold Cup. So that's why I wanted the United States not to really bunker, not play overly defensive, but prioritize playing compact, let Mexico try to attack, don't let them penetrate through the middle, and try to beat them in transition. I think every second will just build more pressure. Based on what you guys said, it kind of backs that argument a little bit.
Right.
Yeah. Now, let's go to this part, which is the fun part. And I'm going to let you two argue with each other. Maybe you agree, or maybe you'll disagree. You want to argue?
Yeah, I love to argue. I always argue without Javi all the time.
Okay. So now, look, don't hold back. You can curse at each other. I don't care. Call whatever you want each other. You can curse in Spanish too. So I want the predicted starting 11 for Mexico. Who do you guys think Tata Martino will start for this match? And obviously, as you're doing it,
who do we think, or who's going to start?
Who you think will start? Who Tata Martino will play?
Okay.
Realistically.
Yeah, realistic. Yeah. Obviously, as you're doing it, if you want to tell me what you would do on that position, feel free to do so. So the first thing I want to ask you too, the formation. Do you both agree that he's probably going to go for 4-3-3?
Yeah.
He might play a 5, the 5 defensive line. They've been talking about it, so they might change to that one.
Well, yeah. I mean, it explains the surplus, like the surplus of center backs that we have in this call-up. But I'd say it's more. I'd say 4-3-3. I mean, that's what he's been playing.
Yeah, let's go with 4-3-3.
Starting in the results, so
Okay, so 4-3-3. I'm gonna say the position, and then you all tell me who you think. So goalkeeper.
Ochoa,
fácil.
Okay, so you all agreed with Ochoa.
Yeah,
that was an easy one. So in this 4-3-3, who will be the right back?
Realistically speaking, Jorge Sanchez.
Jorge Sanchez. Agreed. Yeah. And would you guys start him?
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I'm a biggest Julian Araujo fan, but he's just not in that form to go up against, to play in a pressure, pressure in a game with this level of pressure.
Yeah, and I think
And
Sanchez, he always performs when he plays against the U.S. So I think we're gonna do good.
yeah, he
With him,
played. I believe he faced Canada. Jorge Sanchez was pretty good that game against Canada too.
Oh yeah,
So, and who is the left back, Javi?
Gallardo.
Julio, who's the left back?
Gerardo Arteaga.
Arteaga.
Yeah, I think he's gonna go with Arteaga because he knows that Gallardo is on the bench right now for
Yeah.
Rayados, so I think he's gonna go with Arteaga.
Yeah. I mean, ideally for me it would be Arteaga, but I'm going based off of
Yeah,
just
I mean, it's either or. I think.
yeah. But
I'm
Arteaga would
thinking he's gonna go with Arteaga because I mean he saw him the last game, so
Yeah. No, Arteaga would definitely be like the best option for Mexico. But
So, what is the agreement right there about Tata Martino? Arteaga or Gallardo?
I say he goes with Gallardo just because that's what I'm used to seeing Gallardo no matter what. But
I go with Arteaga, bro.
Arteaga, all right. I'm writing both down. So now the two center backs, and I'll start with Julio now. Julio, who will be the two center backs that he'll play for Mexico?
I think it's gonna be Cesar Montes and hold on, let me check the list one more time.
I can put it here. I mean, there's Nestor
Put it real quick, bro.
Araujo, Cesar Montes, Hector Moreno. I mean, I guess Adson Alvarez can play there.
Hector Moreno gonna be there, right?
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so it's gonna be Hector Moreno and Nestor Araujo.
Hector Moreno and Nestor Araujo. So no surprise there, at least from you. That's who I expect him to start as well. Do you think those will be the two, Javi?
Yeah, Hector. That's what he's gone with most of the time. Cesar Montes, Hector Moreno. It's a good pairing. I mean, I'm not complaining. I think it's a good.
I like it.
Wait. So hold on, because Julio said Hector Moreno and Nestor Araujo.
No. I'm thinking Hector Moreno and Cesar Montes as starters. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm thinking Moreno and Montes.
All right. Now the midfield. Let's start with the 6, and we'll have Javi say it. So Edson Alvarez.
Edson Alvarez is 6, yeah. And then the 2 I think are going up there is going to be Charlie Rodriguez and I want to say Luis Romo.
Luis Romo.
Yeah.
Who do you think will start in the midfield, Julio?
Edson Alvarez as a 6 and Hector Herrera.
No. Hector Herrera is suspended.
No, I think he can play though.
No, he's suspended.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Because they said that on to the end too. Like there were this rumor that he wasn't gonna play, but he's gonna play.
He's suspended. I don't know how they would overturn that. He is suspended.
Yeah, because I heard that too, bro. But like they kept saying that on to the end. So like that they did that like 2 days ago. But I mean, let's go with Edson Alvarez, Charlie Rodriguez. Let me see the.
I mean, just off the assumption that he's suspended.
Would probably be Luis Romo. Don't you think?
I don't know. I don't see him, bro. But I mean,
but it's because Gutierrez. Don't see him getting it. I mean, he didn't get any minutes in the last window. I mean, what would make Tata decide to start him against?
Yeah, it's probably gonna be Edson Alvarez, Charlie Rodriguez, y Luis Romo.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm thinking Hector Herrera gonna start too.
What?
Okay.
If he can play. Let's check that out tonight and see if
he's suspended. He's not gonna play. But okay, let's go to the front 3, which I think it's probably the easiest one. I'm gonna say who I think it is, and y'all can just agree or disagree. It's probably gonna be Chucky Lozano on the left wing, Tecatito on the right wing, and Raul Jimenez. Is there any chance it'll be different from that?
Nah, we gonna go with that.
Yeah, I'm assuming Diego Lainez might come in this game at one point.
We've been having a lot of conversations, at least in the El Tri community about using Lainez not as because I know he's usually used as a right wing, sometimes a substitution for Lozano, but using him as a 10 as a center attacking midfielder is also not a bad idea. He's very
normal. That's what I was gonna say. I mean, we might see Diego Lainez.
I mean, if Tata, I guess wants to, use Lainez's best potential, we could switch to a double pivot, and then we could use Edson and Gutierrez at back, and then leave Lainez free as a number 10.
Yes, sir.
Could happen. That wouldn't be a bad. Linus does like to play against the United States, unfortunately for me, because I talk trash about Linus all year round, and the last thing I need is him scoring against the United States, and he'll
Oh, you
probably
gonna
do
see
that.
that, bro. You gonna see that.
The second time.
Okay, now to wrap up this video very quickly here.
Oh, I want
First, Javi, what will be the score of this game?
I'm gonna go out on a whim. I'm gonna say 3-1.
Mexico?
Yeah, 3-1 Mexico.
What about you, Julio?
I want to say 2-0 or maybe 2-1. But we gonna win.
You gotta hit
You're
him
gonna
back
win.
with a settle, man. You can't say 2-0. You gotta hit him back
Um,
with a settle because they've been hitting us with that since we lost in Cincinnati. You gotta say
Yeah,
that settle, bro.
I'm
I
pretty sure we're
don't-
gonna win, bro.
I
Nah.
don't want to give a prediction. Essentially, I
Bro,
just
give
put
us
you
one,
guys.
bro. Come on. Let's put some
Um,
money on the line, bro. Let's put some money on the line. Let's get.
I'm gonna say this is gonna surprise me. I think it's gonna be 0-0.
It's
Come on,
possible.
bro.
I'm not gonna say it's not. It is possible
Exactly.
because I mean both teams have known drop absolute stinkers at the worst time possible. So
Y'all want to put money on or what?
no,
Nah, I'm not gonna bet money on this one here. But the reason I think it's gonna be 0-0 is I think the United States will play a little bit more not to lose than to actually win. The defense is strong. Mexico will struggle to score. The United States won't attack much. That's what I think will happen. And it's just gonna be a 0-0 draw, which honestly it'll be kind of disappointing for both to a certain extent. Even though a draw for the United States in terms of confidence, it's not that bad, drawing Mexico away. But I think that's what will happen. And honestly, then Mexico will qualify with some ease because they should be able to get at least another 4 to 6 points in the other two games. That should be enough.
Yeah.
But Javi and Julio, first, thank you very much both for coming along. Anything else you want to add, Javi, before we go?
Well, I actually wanted to ask you this. I know Aaron. You guys just got news that Aronson's out too. And Pepe isn't just he disappeared completely. What is your front
Bro,
three?
they got fine lineups, bro. Don't worry about that, bro. They got about 10,000 now.
No, but yeah, no, but
Don't even worry about they ain't worry about them players, bro. They got 10 of them.
I'm interested in the front three though. I mean, Pulisic is the only one for me coming into form out of those front three because Wea hasn't been as active.
They got 3 Weas out there, bro.
Well, Giovanni Reina is back.
Right.
He played 90 minutes for Dortmund over the weekend. So against Mexico, it's unlikely that Reina will start. He'll probably get some sub minutes. But if we're going to put out our best front three right now, taking out Reina because he can't start right now, it'll probably be Pulisic on the left, Tim Weah still on the right. And then the center forward, if we're going to whip in crosses, maybe Pifak. But otherwise, you play Jesus Ferreira. The guy just got a hat trick. Confidence is up.
Who?
Oh, hey, you might just find out.
Oh, okay.
Don't jinx us, Julio. We still got
I'll be talking shit, bro. My bad.
He says who, and then you guys lose 1-0.
Scores, dude. I'm messaging you right away. I want to tell you why.
By the way, before you all go to Javi, you will be sending me recordings from the game so I can use on the video.
Sure.
And Julio, before we go, anything else you want to add?
Y'all follow Jovenes Futbolistas MX.
No, don't.
We got exclusivas out there,
Don't follow him. No, yeah, guys. I'm putting there.
I'm friends with all the US fans, bro. Like, I love you guys. I love my boy Edgar, my boy
Jay. Shout out Jay.
Jay, my boy Alex.
But everyone, I'm putting their links and handles on description. Go give them a follow, subscribe, whatever it is. Thank you very much. Let's move on with the video. All right, everyone, that does it for this match preview. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that like button. If you made it this far in this video, you probably should have already. With that said, everyone, don't forget that we will be doing a live watch along on Thursday. Don't forget that L3 is finished. Thank you very much for watching, everyone, and have a great day.